Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jordan, and welcome to JC's Anime Reviews. And today we're going to be talking about Aggretsuko Season 2. A few days ago, I did a review for the first season, and about a week ago, I did a review for the third season. I know I did it in the reverse, or not really reverse order. I did Season 3, 1, and now I'm doing 2. I know that a lot of the videos recently have just been Aggretsuko, but after this, there's some other videos coming that I have planned, and I think that they're going to be good. So, with that said, we're just going to start talking about the plot for this season. Also, I won't be spoiling anything, so if you haven't seen Season 2, don't worry. I'm going to avoid pretty much all spoilers, except, like, the plot of, like, the first 2 episodes. And that's it. Okay, so now let's go. Retsuko is living her normal life, going to the office and singing death metal to relieve her stress. But her mother shows up out of the blue and is very intent on her finally settling down and getting married. On top of this, a new employee is starting at work that she has to train, and he's a little crazy. This is my favorite season so far. The overall story structure of it is a lot better than the last season. Whereas, like, yes, the first season had a story, but it was mostly just the daily life of Retsuko and how she was going to get out of whatever problem she ran into that day at work or wherever. So this season, I think, is put together pretty well, and the character arc for Retsuko is really good. It also does a great job with making her feel like a real person and not everything goes her way. That's what I feel makes Retsuko's character so good, is that not everything works out in the end, and she often finds out that life sucks sometimes. Much like in real life, not everything goes her way and sometimes life sucks, and that's what I feel makes Retsuko so relatable and so much like a real person. I've mentioned this in all of my reviews, and it's my favorite thing about the series. I just think that they do a fantastic job with making Retsuko feel like a person, or a real person, and I just love it. I also like the employee she had to train this season named Anai. And he was a bit crazy, but I liked him and I thought that he was funny. And I like seeing Retsuko and the other characters try to deal with him, but always have a hard time dealing with him because he was just pretty crazy, or kind of crazy. But I still liked him, and I think later on he gets more likable, and I think that he's one of my favorite characters this season, one of my favorite new characters, because I think there's about 3 or 4 new characters. I think three new characters, and he's one of my favorites. All the other side characters are good in this season too. You got Gori and Washimi, who were my favorite side characters from season 1, and I think they still are. I think they're my favorite side characters in the show so far, maybe. I just really like them, and I thought that they were funny, and they were great this season too. You also have Haida, who's Retsuko's coworker that has a crush on her, and I liked him a lot more in this season and in season 3 than season 1. In season 1, he wasn't that interesting, and it mostly because there wasn't that much of a story, but in this there's an actual story, and there's some pretty good scenes with him that I really liked. All the new characters introduced were good too. Anai, who I mentioned earlier, who I really liked, and there's also Retsuko's mom. I liked her, and in this season she was trying to set Retsuko up with someone to marry. And she would set up these marriage meetings where Retsuko would go and meet a guy who was interested in maybe marrying her, and they had to decide whether or not they wanted to get married or not. It was kind of awkward. They only show like one meeting in like the second episode or whatever, and I think that she's a really good character for this season and helps a lot with kind of like showing how Retsuko gets stressed about her and like has to deal with her mom or whatever, who's kind of being annoying but is also trying to kind of look out for her but being annoying at the same time, and I just really like that. As far as other new characters go, there's one introduced later on who I don't want to talk about because of spoilers. He's on the poster for the season 2. He's like the guy all the way in the back, and he's briefly shown in the trailer. That's all I'm going to say about him. I liked him, and that's it, because I don't want to go too far into spoilers, because I'd have to talk about a lot of stuff with him, and I don't want to do that just because it's going to spoil a lot of stuff. So, I liked him. That's all I'm going to say. He's a good character. Going back to what I said earlier, where I said not everything works out the way you want in life, and if you could learn one thing from this anime, it's that yes, life sucks sometimes, but like Retsuko, you have to look on the bright side and just try to overcome whatever problem or hardships you have to face in life. And I think that this is a really great lesson to be taught. Just the series teaches it really well, and it's just a very accurate portrayal of life, and she's just so much like a real character or a real person, even though it's an anime character it's like the little tiny anime character with a big head, but I just feel like it's so relatable and I really enjoyed it. And overall, this was a pretty good season. It's my favorite season, has a good story, characters, and overall I think that it's pretty good and definitely worth a watch. And yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna give Aggretsuko season 2 a B+. Hope that you guys enjoyed the review. We're going to be done with the Aggretsuko reviews for a little while. The last 3 videos on my channel are all Aggretsuko related, and there are some other cool videos that I want to do in the future that I have planned, so look out for those. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, like, subscribe, and share the video around. All of it really helps support the channel. Subscribing doesn't cost anything. It's like following someone on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed all of this. I've said that like 5 times, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.